Hey, everybody, welcome into the Hayden Coker Show presented to you by Senator Lance Bell. We've got a lot going on tonight. I'm super excited for it, and I hope you all are as well. Presented to you tonight by Senator Lance Bell, the best man that I know, and Lance Bell, the best man that he knows. All right, so let's jump into it, okay? We've got a lot going on tonight, like I said, but first off, I want to give a massive shout-out to the Ashville High School basketball team. These guys make it to the Elite Eight. They play Madison Academy. Then they go on, they beat Madison Academy in overtime. And let me just show you the shot that made it to overtime. That is the shot that made it into overtime for the Ashville Bulldogs there. So that was Nate Huckbay. They made the game-tying shot. So super, super good stuff there from the Asheville Bulldogs. One of the best seasons that these guys have had in, well, I say years. This is one of the best seasons that they have had ever. So first time they're making it to the Final Four since 1979. I believe it was called the Final Four back then, but you get the gist of what it is. But no, congratulations to those guys. Coach Caleb Carpenter, phenomenal job he's done with that team. You got J.B. Potter, Jamon Williams, Drake Colley, Parker Smith, Parker Jackson, Brandon Farmer. You got Dylan Palmer. All these guys are making a massive, massive difference. Dalton Rice Thompson. And I know I'm forgetting some guys, so I do apologize. Braden Buckner. But those guys all they make a massive, massive difference. And not only the Asheville basketball team, or a lot of them are on the football team as well. A lot of them are on the baseball team. But they make a difference in the Asheville community. So massive, massive, massive shout out to the Asheville basketball team. All that those guys have done. It's just phenomenal, man. And Nate Huckbay with the game-winning shot, game-tying shot against Madison Academy, game-winning shot against Alexandria. J.B. Potter dropped 40 against Madison Academy. And then now those guys, they get to go and they get to highlight their abilities at the Final Four where they're going to play Jackson. So they're going to have a tough matchup next Tuesday night at 7:30. But overall, it's going to be a fun time, man. And those guys can win it all. I'm telling you, those guys can straight up win it all. Jackson, those guys are extremely athletic, but the way that Asheville plays, they play together, and with just the way that they play in general, man, it's like they all know what each other's going to do before they even do it, and that's what makes that team so great. So yeah, man. Shout out to the Asheville Bulldogs. We're going to show this shot one more time by Nate Huckbay. We got the game from Nate Huckbay here in the just an extremely clutch shot at the final second. And guys, that's one of the most clutch shots that you'll see. That's, it's not your exciting three-pointer that you want to see. Maybe it's not your half-court shot. It's not your three-quarters of the shot that you want to see. But that's just a well-designed play, a well-drawn-up play. You have JB coming to the wing, and then JB Potter, he gets the ball. Nate's open at the free throw line. He's open, takes a dribble, and drops in for the layup. And, man, let me just tell you, it's one of the coolest things that you will see. I'm telling you. The way that this Asheville team has performed this year, it has just been absolutely phenomenal to watch. We've seen several times this year where, and I think it's the last 3 games that Asheville's been down. One of them was in the area tournament against Aniana. Aniana, not necessarily their best year, and Asheville goes out there and they beat them. They get down in the fourth quarter, early in the fourth quarter. They come back, they beat those guys, okay? They use that momentum. They go into Alexandria. They get down. They're down late, I think like 6 points, 7 points within the final 30 seconds or so. Guess what? Boom. You win that game, okay? That one goes into, I believe, double OT. Guess what? Now you're going on to Madison Academy. You beat those guys from a game-tying shot going to overtime from Nate Huckbay. And then 16-6. Asheville outscored Madison Academy 16-6 in overtime against Madison Academy to win that game. Now they're going to the Final Four in Birmingham, man. I could not be more excited for those guys and everything that they're going through right now. I know it's an emotional ride for them, and I don't think anybody else can do that. Just from the way that I've seen those kids play this year, I don't think I wouldn't put my money in the hands of anybody else to go do that, because those guys, they have heart and they play extremely well together. All right. Massive shout out to the Asheville Bulldogs. Cannot wait to see them play next Tuesday night in Birmingham in Legacy Arena, the BJCC. So If you have time, no, screw that. Even if you don't have time, get on over there, dude. Go to Birmingham. Go to the BJCC. Watch the Ashville Bulldogs as they take on the Jackson. I think they're actually the Bulldogs as well, or Aggies maybe. But regardless, no, they're going to go over there. They're going to take on Jackson. Yeah, wish them the best. Wish them the best of luck. If you see one of them in public, if you see them before the game, wish them luck and tell them that, man, you're cheering them on, because those kids out there, they really freaking deserve it. All right. If I forgot anybody, I hit my funny bone. That really, really didn't feel good. I think I forgot Braden Buckner, Brandon Farmer, Parker Jackson, Parker Smith. Here we go. Nate Huckbay, J.B. Potter, Dalton Rice Thompson, Dylan Palmer. Let's see, who else am I forgetting? Jamon Williams. Oh, I know I'm forgetting another one. I hate it. If I am forgetting, I do apologize. But, man, big thanks to y'all. Y'all doing a massive, massive favor to Asheville this year. Y'all going out there. Y'all are kicking butt, taking names while you're doing it. And community of Asheville and everybody around, man. Everybody is pulling for the Asheville Bulldogs around here. So, massive shout out to y'all. Phenomenal job. Keep doing what you're doing. Kick ass next Tuesday. All right, now, moving on. We've got college football, man. College football. Now, not necessarily, how can we say this? Not necessarily hot in the streets right now. We've got some cool stuff going on with college football. We've got recruiting ramping up. We've got some portal news. The portal's about to open back up again, I believe in. Hey, Demetrius, man. Demetrius, I tried, D. I appreciate you. I tried. But, no, man. What I find so interesting right now about college football is that the way that it is going, the transfer portal with NIL. We've got another portal session about to open up here, and I believe it's April. So in about a month and a week or so, it's going to be phenomenal to see, and I'm super excited. But one of the teams that I'm super excited to see next year, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Let me just pull these guys up real quick. The California Golden Bears, okay? The California Golden Bears, we have that video as well. The California Golden Bears are a team that I think are going to do a phenomenal job next year, just from coaching staff wise, recruiting wise. So some of you know Justin Wilcox is a former head coach for California. California goes out. Well, they fired him this past offseason. They go and hire Tosh LaPoy. Head coach Tosh LaPoy, he's coming over from being the defensive coordinator at none other than Oregon. Okay, he posted a top 25 unit the 3 years that he was there. Tosh LaPoy was at Alabama for a few years as an assistant, a defensive assistant too. So this guy's been around for a while. This isn't just some no-name that they went and got, okay? This Tosh LaPoy he's a straight-up guy, okay? He spent time in the NFL. He spent time at California before, after he played. He spent time coaching there. He started his coaching career at California. Now he's going back to be the head coach at California. So, man, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm super excited to see what this California Golden Bears team can do. I think that they're gonna obviously they're gonna have their tough shared moments next year. All right, with their schedule, I think they start out 3-0. I think they start out 3-0 next year. Now with California, excuse me. I had to take a sip out of my sippy cup, man. My sippy cup says Hayden Cup for showing here. But no, man, legit. This is one of those teams that I genuinely think can make a little bit of noise in the ACC next year. And I think that people need to start paying attention to them. It's okay if you don't want to. I completely understand. It's okay. Don't worry about it. But I'm just telling you, they're going to be all right, man. They're going to be all right. Tosh LaPoy, he's put together a pretty fine coaching staff. He's brought over some Oregon assistants. His offensive coordinator and his defensive coordinator are both hired from the NFL realm. So I'm excited to see what those guys do. One from the Tampa Bay Bucks, one from the Minnesota Vikings. So Tosh LaPoy, he's going out there. He's getting his guys, okay? Like I said, he's gotten a few from Oregon. He's gotten some from the NFL. He knows what he's doing. And I think that the way that he's facilitated this staff and the way that he's put together this portal class, it's a top 15 transfer portal class, by the way. So I think he's doing a fine job. I think he's doing a really fine job. Jaron Kiave, Sanga Polatele. He's going to be a phenomenal quarterback for California next year. I'm telling you, man. He was a good quarterback for California this past year. He was one of the top quarterbacks in the ACC. People need to start paying a little bit more attention to him as we go out the next few years. Because if he doesn't go to the NFL after next year, then I'm telling you, he will have a shot to win the Heisman the following year, whether he transfers or not. I hope that he stays at California because with the way that he's played, not even just last year, coming out of high school, I believe that he flipped from California to Oregon and flipped back from Oregon to California after he saw that Dylan Gabriel was going to stay for a year, and then turns out Dante Moore is going to be there as well. So, Dante Moore transferred from UCLA to Oregon. Then that's what eventually led JKS to go to California. So, man, I'm super excited for what they're able to do, man. I genuinely think that they can be a threat in the ACC next year. Not necessarily win the ACC. I don't think that they will win the ACC. But when it comes to just upsets, I think that they can do that. I think that this can be an 8-4 type of level team. I genuinely think that. And for instance, let's take a look at some of the other teams some of the other teams over the years that have upset some teams, but not necessarily been at the highest caliber that they could have been to win the conference. But California can do that, okay? And I know that's not necessarily one of maybe the most popular thing to say. California, man, they're not necessarily a higher powered team, a higher tier team. They're not. They're just not. I don't think they will be for a little bit, maybe a year or two. But I think Coach Tosh Lapoy can do that. Maybe that's year 3, year 4, however long it takes for him to get involved, or not necessarily involved, but however long it takes for him to insert his culture into this California Golden Bears program. Sorry, I haven't had enough tequila yet, but I genuinely think that with the way that California has put together this staff, the GM, Ron Rivera, with the way he's facilitated his guys, I'm telling you, this California team will be a team to watch out for. They actually land a 4-star tight end, Taimani Purcell. He was the number 3 tight end in Hawaii, out of Hawaii. So super excited to see what he does. You get a 4-star wide receiver out of the transfer portal and Chase Hendricks from Ohio. You get another 4-star wide receiver out of Rutgers, and Ian Strong. So they're putting together some key guys, man. They improve with the O-line. They improve defensively. And the coordinators they add, man, from the NFL, like I talked about earlier, you're adding experience to the defensive side and the offensive side of the football. So super excited to see what they do there. And just like Steel 174, California is building a fantastic team over there. Steel 174, phenomenal program, phenomenal guys, phenomenal construction company. Got Daniel Welch, Dawson Welch, Bobby Welch. Those guys over there at Steel 174, they can take you further than anybody out there, okay? Phenomenal construction company. Those guys can build a house like no other. They are still strong, still reliable, Steel 174. So massive shout out to Daniel Dawson and Bobby Welch. Daniel Welch is actually in here. Too late, already bet the house on Cal to win the ACC. And I'm assuming, Daniel, you did that because of me. So obviously, I'm assuming you did that because of me, Daniel. So I'll take full credit. So whenever they win the ACC, I fully expect 50% of your winnings. Now, that's just one of the things that I think it's one thing for Cal to go out and get Tosh Lapoy. It's another thing for those guys to go out and recruit the way they did. Now, obviously, they don't have a top 50 recruiting class. They're on the fringe of that right now. I believe it's 52nd. Yeah, 52nd. I had it wrote down there. 52nd. Are those portal guys going to make a difference in year 1? I don't necessarily know that yet, but if they are able to, then this is a Cal team that you really need to look out for in the ACC. Now, maybe not win, like I said earlier, but there's a team that I think could go far in the ACC, whether that's making the title race or whether it's making the bubble race a little bit interesting. Maybe it's finishing 4th, 5th, 6th in the ACC. Whatever. I'm just telling you, you need to watch out for those guys because they can make some noise. That's just who they are. And I think that they instill that Tosh Lapoy. I think that he instills that winning environment in this California Golden Bears team. I'm telling you, man, I'm telling you. You know it. You tell a story. You tell the whole damn world this is Bear territory. It's the California Golden Bears, all right? It's not, I'm telling you, it is going to work out for Tosh Lapoy and this coaching staff over at California. Man, what a phenomenal night we have. Well, I say phenomenal night. Maybe not the weather. The vibes are immaculate here in Buffalo Wild Wings. We've got NBA on. We've got golf on. We've got women's college basketball on. I'm super, super, super stoked for how the next few weeks are going to go, man. I'm super, super stoked for how the next few weeks are going to go, man, because I genuinely think that this March Madness anyways, is going to be one of the best that we've seen. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I'm telling you, one of the best that we've seen. And I will have a perfect bracket. I've never had an imperfect bracket, and I've never been wrong on that end. So I'm excited to see what the bracket forecasts over the next few weeks. Okay, we're going to have a bracket in less than like 3 weeks, I think. It's super, super exciting, man. I'm telling you, I can't wait for it. All right, now, I've done enough talking. I think. We've got the legend Ben Wood in the house tonight. So I'm super excited now just for where we're going, okay? Where we're going, you say, maybe you don't know. Maybe you don't know if we're going to talk about college baseball next. Maybe we're going to talk about drugs. Maybe we're going to talk about X-rated films. No, it's not what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about college basketball, okay? So college basketball up in this thing, man. We've got the Hayden Coker Show presented to you by Senator Lance Bell. Senator Lance Bell, the best man that I know. Senator Lance Bell, the best man that he knows. All right, now, I'm super excited, man. Let's take a look at it. So Michigan State, Purdue tomorrow. Actually, that's tonight at 7 o'clock. So that's going to be a fun one. I'm telling you, tune in for this one because not only is this Big Ten title race, is the Big Ten title race on the line, but and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about regular season, but when it comes to tournament wise, this is a team that can really, both of these teams, Purdue and Michigan State, are both teams that can really make it far. Michigan State has Core. They've got Jeremy Fears, got some other guys who can really make a difference. See you, Ben. Be good, all right? Don't you get no trouble. I don't know what you're talking about, man. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, always, I got you, brother. It's nice to meet you, man. Hey, Ben, don't get no trouble. Tell your mama say hello. Yes, sir. But I'm telling you, man, both of these teams, I think, have what it takes to make a deep March Madness tournament run, just with the way that they're built. I think that Braden Smith, point guard for Purdue, I think that with the way that he's played, this is like his fourth year. I think he's a fourth-year senior, so I believe this is his last year. With the way that he's played over the course of his career, he facilitates that team so well. He runs the point so stinking well. Got Trey Kaufman around. Just the way that he plays in general. I really, really like his style of play. And that Purdue team, and Matt Painter, head coach of Purdue, with the way that those guys play, Michigan State as well, Tom Izzo, both of those teams can make a deep tournament run. They play tonight. I think that, and since it's at Purdue, I think that the Boilermakers are probably going to secure that win, I would assume. But we will see. Now, Miami of Ohio is another team that I think that could make a run in the tournament, maybe, possibly. But let's just sit here. Let's talk about it because not many people talk about Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio is one of those teams that, for one, they're perfect on the year so far. They're going for history tomorrow night. They're playing Western Michigan at Western Michigan. They will be on the verge of history. Right now, they're on the verge of history. If they win tomorrow night, they make history. Okay? Miami of Ohio has a chance to go out there and they get to publish. They have a chance to publish an unblemished record. An unblemished record. That doesn't happen a lot. Doesn't happen often. So if that indeed does happen, man, I am telling you, it is going to make for some talk around, not only just the Hayden Coker Show, but around the world, man, around college basketball. So I'm super stoked about it. And if that indeed does happen tomorrow night, it's going to be the talk of the town on Saturday morning. So super, super excited for that one. Michigan and Illinois, that's going to be another one. And guys, this is an SEC-centric show because, for one, we're in the heart of Alabama. But we talked mostly about, for one, the Big Ten tonight. Okay, we talked about the ACC tonight. California. Now, I'm sorry, man. We have gone all over the world. We have not been in the SEC tonight. Okay, we'll get there here in just a second, but we haven't been there. All right, we'll make our rounds here in just a second. But Michigan and Illinois, that's going to be a fun one, man. I really think that Illinois is one of those teams that they can make a run at the tournament. Andre Stojakovic. I believe that's how you say his name for Illinois. I could be wrong on that, but I think he's probably the best player in Illinois. He's been one of my favorite players for a few years now. Played at California last year, and Cal actually a tournament team right now. So could you imagine if Stojakovic stayed for another year and played at California? California, I think, would probably be one of the top 25 teams in the country. And I'm not saying they are right now, but could you imagine if he stayed? I mean, it would just I'm telling you. That right there would be one of those times where it's just phenomenal for California. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen, but it is what it is. Right now, they've got one of the best quarterbacks in college football, JKS. So they're going to be fine, man. They're going to be fine. And that's Jared Keave Songapolu Tele. So there you go. That's a name pronunciation for you. But no, man, back to college basketball. I think Illinois has a strong shot to win this game. Michigan, one of the best teams in the nation. Duke is up there as well. Illinois, one of the best teams in the Big Ten. Also, one of the best teams in the nation. They're one of those lower tier teams that are looking to make a push for that final number 1 seed. Do I think they get there? No, I don't. But there's a chance that they do indeed get there. Let's jump into Saturday. All right. So Kansas at Arizona, Texas Tech at Iowa State, Virginia at Duke. Those are 3 games that highlight the college basketball slate for Saturday. So what exactly is going to happen with what exactly is going to happen in those games? For one, let's jump to it. Let's jump to Kansas at Arizona. A big story around Kansas right now is Darren Peterson and him not playing. And a lot of people were labeling Darren Peterson as DNP for did not play. And what sucks, because Darren Peterson is one of the best players in college basketball. Obviously, you have Cameron Boozer, who's right there as well. But man, it sucks to see, because Boozer, not only Boozer, but Cuervo. Boozer, but also Peterson, I think, is one of the best players in college basketball. The fact that he's not available for every game and he's playing so little minutes, I don't necessarily know what it is. Now, I believe it was the last game of the game prior. He played 30-plus minutes, which is a good sign for Kansas. But my problem lies within the fact of, why is this happening? Okay, I can't sit here and tell you that I know exactly why. I don't know if it's a him thing. I don't know if it's an off-court issue or if it's an injury deal or what. But that's got to get figured out there. I think that being on the road at Arizona, I think the Wildcats will probably jump in and win that game. Texas Tech at Iowa State. I think that Texas Tech losing their best player and Toppin really, really hurts them. So I'm going to lead towards Iowa State here. Tamin Lipsey is one of those guys that he can be a game changer for Iowa State this year, and he's done it. He's done it in the past. So, all good, brother. Thank you. Oh man, he almost left me hanging on camera. Could you imagine how bad that would have been? I'm gonna have to talk to Scholar. I'm gonna have to talk to him about that, because that was near drastic. Nearly left me hanging. Golly, man. All right, now. Anyways, Virginia at Duke. Iowa State's going to win there. Tamin Lipsey, those guys over there, they're going to take care of business. Virginia at Duke. I think Virginia, yes, good record. They're a top 15 team. I think they're a really good top 15 team. They haven't been tested as much as they should. I'm going to go with Duke. I think Boozer and the guys that get it done. I'll take John Shire and the crew over there with the Blue Devils. All right, Alabama at Tennessee. That's going to be a fun one. I told you we were going to get into the SEC. Now, when was it going to happen? Will we finally get to it? Only 23 minutes into the show. Only 23 minutes into the show, guys. We're good. We're good. I promise. We're good. All right. I'll go with Tennessee just because of home court. I'll go with Tennessee. Alabama has struggled at times this year. They fell in the top 25 a few weeks ago. Now they're back in. I'll go with Tennessee, man. Just being on their home court, I think that favors them just a tad. Arkansas, Florida. This is going to be another fun one. Arkansas, one of the better teams in the SEC. Florida, one of the best teams in the SEC as well. I think that Florida is the best team in the SEC, and they're on their home court. I will take the Gators to get it done on Saturday. So we've got Kansas, Arizona, Texas Tech, Iowa State, Virginia, Duke, Alabama, Tennessee. All these games happening Saturday. The games that I mentioned going forward, aside from one, are going to be happening Saturday. Arkansas, Florida. Actually, that's all for Saturday. Those are the biggest games of the Saturday slate. So that's who I have winning those games. And man, if you look what Florida has done over the past few years, and Todd Golden, massive shout out to those guys. Massive shout out also to Steel 174. The guys at Steel 174, they do a phenomenal job. They're a phenomenal construction company. Great, great, great people. Bobby Welch, Dawson Welch, Daniel Welch. They've got a great crew behind them as well. Those guys do a really, really, really phenomenal job when it comes to building houses. I got to see a video of one the other day. Daniel and the crew over there, they do a phenomenal job. So you need a house built, man, call Daniel and the guys. You can go to their Facebook page. All the information that you need is over there on their Facebook page. That's Steel 174. Steel, Steele 174. All right. I'm telling you, man, you've got to go and do it. You've got to go and do it. You will not be disappointed. Now, Monday, man, another big time top 10 performance or top 10 game in the name of college basketball, man. Iowa State and Arizona. the Cyclones and Wildcats, man. Speaking of Cyclones, we had a tornado earlier in Trustful or Gust-nado, whatever James Spann said. Regardless, it's the same thing. Man, I'm telling you, dude, we've got some good matchups here in college basketball going on over the next few weeks, over the next few days even. So I'm telling you, man, you need to tune into college basketball. A lot of conferences they play their final game this weekend. Got the Horizon League playing their final game this weekend. Who did I mention earlier? The SWAC, or not the SWAC, but the Mountain West, not the Mountain West, but the MAC. There you go. The MAC playing their last game this weekend. Miami of Ohio going for history. So it's crazy, man. It is an absolutely crazy time in college basketball, and I think you have to be tuning in to college basketball right now, because over the next few weeks we're going to have conference tournaments. Okay, we're going to have March Madness coming up. But guys, and by the way, March Madness starts March 1st. Okay, it's not the start of the NCAA tournament. It's not the start of conference tournaments. It is March 1st. Okay, I'm telling you guys, you've got to tune in. That's literally next week. Okay, it's next week, man. Anyways, man, I'm done, dude. I've rambled for too long. Man, I lost my voice the other night. Massive shout out, by the way, to Buffalo Wild Wings here in Pell City for having us tonight. Always, man. We really appreciate those guys. I've got my beer here. Golly, bomb, man. Just a phenomenal time here at Buffalo Wild Wings. Come down, man. Come on down every Thursday night, live at 6 o'clock. We're going to be here, okay? Next Thursday's up in the air. We may have we might have a prior engagement that we're trying to make, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about that a little bit later on. But other than that, please be careful. Do not get arrested over the next week, because I need you, man. I need you. I need your engagement. Because guys, if you guys are liking the stream, if you guys are subscribing to the YouTube, if you guys are doing all that, maybe I get a chance to make a little money. Okay. But no, guys, seriously, I really appreciate you. Y'all have a good night. Be careful. Storms are in town. Be careful. I know it's St. Clair County. They're under a severe thunderstorm warning last time I checked. So just be careful. Y'all be safe going home if you're traveling. If you're in the house, go to bed. All right. Make good decisions. All right. Y'all be good. Take care.